times, right? Okay. Kate, me the phone. Kenneth, I told you. Kenneth, I'm not. There's not gonna fish in there, Kenneth. I'm serious, Kenneth. Kenneth, please.
Father, will you just be natural?
Okay, I'm being natural. Let's go.
1, 2, 3.
Kate, me the phone. Welcome back to our channel. Stop, Kenneth. It's to use props. Are we allowed to use props?
Stop the dog. Or the chicken.
Okay guys, so for today's video what I'm gonna do is I am gonna be asking Ken a few questions about his childhood and growing up.
I look good on camera now.
Okay, so I want to start off by saying what is your earliest memory of being a camp kid?
I wasn't in camp. I did go to scripture union camps when I was a kid. I went from, I don't know if anyone ever went to those, I went from, they were during the, when I was a kid, when I was in junior school, and then it went into, we went to them I think in first year as well, or something like that. It was in secondary school, and the early scripture union camps were really good fun. There was a little bit of God in there, but not an awful lot. And then once we got to secondary school, it went mad on the God thing. And of course, that was when I sort of questioned. So I remember asking a question when I was there, and it was in a vocab manner.
A vocab manner?
Yeah,
Where is that?
Beautiful house.
Wicklow.
Beautiful house, yeah. Gorgeous house, and that's where they had these scripture union camps. And I remember asking, so what happens when you're gay? And I think I must have been in my first or second year, and they basically said, oh yeah, it's no problem to be gay, but the only thing is that you can't practice.
Who said that? The Christian Brothers?
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay,
it's
okay.
Christian school.
Alright, okay.
It's a Christian camp, are you with me?
Yes, I am, yeah.
Yeah, so born again Christian camp, that's what I was sent on. My parents sent me on born again Christian camp. And in this, that was one of the questions I asked.
Were they trying to save you from an early age?
I don't know, but I asked that question, what happens if you're gay? They said it's fine to be gay as long as you didn't act on it. And at that stage I knew, okay, well then, bye-bye!
So you've been practicing since?
I've been practicing being a gay since I was 14 years old. So 14 was my first roly-poly with a guy.
Okay, names are never allowed in this video. No, names are never allowed here. But you start off when you're 14.
Yeah.
So when was the very first time you had a serious relationship? How old were you?
So, but we have to go back.
Okay, go back.
Let's go back. So I was. So I count myself as, I suppose, one of the lucky ones. I was 14 years old when I first heard about AIDS and the AIDS epidemic.
Yeah.
And I remember because there was this ad on BBC TV, and it was obviously not an ad because they didn't do ads, but it was a public broadcast, and it was like an iceberg, and it was really ominous music, and it was really scary, and it was John Hurt's voice coming. This is just the tip of the iceberg, talking about HIV and AIDS, and then discussing. I remember him saying. Something to do with men, it seems to be hitting gay men more than anybody else, this virus, and it was so scary, the ad, I'll never forget it. And I remember being really, really scared, because I remember thinking, oh my God, I'm that, and I'm gay, and I'm that, and it's going to affect my life. And obviously it did affect our lives.
But back to the AIDS days, how was that portrayed in Ireland? Because I grew up in Brazil, as everyone knows. And in Brazil, the propaganda at the very beginning was not really linking with sexual activity much. Was actually more saying that AIDS was the gay cancer and stuff like that, just making the gays really, really bad. So how was it in here portrayed?
Well, it was obviously Ireland was a small country, so there wasn't as much. There wasn't as many people as infected as there was in England or in America, but obviously, just like everywhere in the world, it did hit, and it was very, very serious. in every walk of life, in the arts and stuff. It was all just so terrible. And obviously now it's a completely different story. You know, we've got PrEP now. People can look after themselves. They can. You know, people are undetectable now, and there's some new things coming out now. You know, cures and so on. Well, not cures, but hopefully there will be fairly soon.
No cure yet.
But you know, what's scary is that it swings and roundabouts, and it seems to be sort of going back to, you know what, you know, younger guys or younger gay people or younger men, younger women, they don't seem to care as much that after, if I do get it, it's just a pill. And I mean, it's so much more than that.
It was really intense everywhere in the world, and we were listening, hearing people dying, etc. But it was never close to me until when I was 21 years of age. And when I was 21 years of age, I had a friend of mine that was my mate in the master's course that I was doing, and he got sick. He was a straight guy, had a girlfriend, and he got sick, and he died in less than 6 months of HIV. And that was really, really scary, because although no one was saying anymore was a gay cancer or anything like that, everyone knew, everyone could get it, was never close to me as it was at that time. Like a friend of mine dying in less than 6 months. But coming back to the beginning,
that's very heavy.
It's very heavy. I don't mean to go in that way. So when you never answered when was your very first gay relationship, or your very first relationship, not gay? Very first
not gay relationship?
No, of course. The very first.
Okay, so if you're asking me, have I ever been with a woman? Is that what you're asking me?
No, I'm asking you, when was your very first relationship, regardless if it was gay or not gay? Serious one.
My first relationship.
A serious one.
My first love. I've had quite a few, but I suppose my first adult relationship, real adult relationship, was.
No names, just
no.
age. Please.
I had a relationship through school,
yeah,
which I was very lucky to have. You know, I was really lucky in my school. It was, you know, I was never bullied, for instance. I never had any problems with being gay. I was really lucky with my family as well. You know, my brothers couldn't have cared less. My mother couldn't have cared less. My father, you know, on his deathbed, my dad died at 50 or at 62. But when he died, I remember, you know, he gave my boyfriend at the time a hug and said he could look after him. You know, so I never had a problem with it. I was one of the lucky ones that I don't really have any terrible coming out stories. I have a great coming out story. It was brilliant. I love being gay. I love being
queen.
Queen. But my first real sort of manly love was, I'd say his name was Paul Smith, who's now our husband, are now our best friends.
Yeah.
But yeah, he would be my very first sort of, you know, looking across in Shaft nightclub, across a crowded room and seeing this guy and going, oh wow, and then we were together for like 3.5 years, I think.
Yeah.
And that was my first real love, and he also broke my heart.
And how many more?
Bastard. Paul Smith.
How many more, without saying names, serious relationships you had after Paul, and how long did they last before me?
Well, before you, Fabio, several hundred.
No, seriously, I'm talking about serious relationships, I'm not talking about dates.
Okay, I have had serious relationships, about 4 serious
after
relationships.
Paul?
No, including Paul, about 4 serious
And what's the average length of them?
What are you getting at here?
I'm not getting anything. I just want to know. Paul, you said already was 3.5 years.
Alright, are you asking me? Okay, we're together.
No. They
Years.
know that we're together for 12 years now. But I want to know these relationships, serious ones that came before me.
Right.
Paul was 3.5 years. You had 3 after him.
Yeah.
Before me.
Okay, so they all would last around about the 3.5-4 year mark. That would be my longest monogamous relationship. I was a bit of a serial monogamous. I would go from one relationship into another, and then I would have I would mess around in between. So I mean, there's been a lot. There's been many.
Okay.
Many.
Stop there, Noy.
Many friends.
that brings me to the conclusion that or people couldn't take you for longer than 4 years because they got annoyed, or
That's probably it.
yeah, or you know, you love me more than the others or something like that, because 12 years compared to 3.5 to 4.
Well, obviously I love you more than all the rest. I mean, you know, I'm still with you.
No, the difference is
We're hanging on by the skin of our teeth, but I'm still with you.
the difference is we are married. You've never been married before, and that's my second marriage. But you're married. We are married.
So yeah, so he's been married before. He was married before, and he was married.
We're not gonna say who I was married to or anything like that. Leave that for another video.
All right, okay.
Okay, so no, I'm gonna cut this.
No, don't kind of funny. Okay. Okay, so anything else you
No,
talked
no,
about? Any other things you want to
Yeah,
try
so
to highlight?
with that we established already what it's very
That
clear
makes
to everyone.
sense.
No, it's very clear to everyone that
And
I
the big four.
have the power to be beside you and just ignoring your shenanigans and the way you annoy people.
We are inside.
That's gonna be cut, Kenneth.
All right, go on.
I can't leave that, Kenneth. Okay, Kenneth, I need something to finish. Okay, so now that we've established everything about relationships and how people can tolerate Ken Boylan, I want to ask you if there is anything you would change about your life as being gay or something like in this direction.
No, I wouldn't change a thing. I think that everything I've done in my life has made me the person I am today. I value all of my friendships and all of my relationships, and you know, I probably one of the lucky ones. I am still really close to all of my ex-boyfriends.
Not all of them.
Well, pretty much all of my ex-boyfriends. Like, I'm best friends with one of them, and the other one I'm best friends with, Martin. And you know, we're all really, really close, and we all hang out together. So it's a little bit incestuous. Like at our wedding, there was a sea of ex-boyfriends of mine all over the place, and a couple of ex-girlfriends. But mainly boyfriends. But no, I wouldn't change anything. I love who I've become.
But I think,
and that sounds really.
you see, I think this is quite normal when you live in a society that is as evolved as our society nowadays. Having access to the wedding is quite normal. I had loads in my first wedding. I didn't have when I married you because they were not here. But my first wedding I had loads of access there, and so. And okay, so do you want to leave a message to people there so we can
finish? All of you out there, to all of you young, up and coming young gays, I wish you all the best and enjoy being gay. Don't ever hide it, don't ever be ashamed of it, because it's fantastic. And I love all my straight friends.
Grasp this advice from your great aunt, because she's quite old.
What?
Great aunt.
What great aunt?
You.
But yeah, just like to the young gays out there, and to up and coming gays, and to the gays that are just discovering that they may be gay, you know, enjoy your life and don't hide it. And if there's problems, it's other people's problems, not yours. And you know what? If you are having problems, like there's places you can all go. Like in Ireland, there's Belong To. There's loads of there's helplines that you can call and so on if you're having problems with being gay. And just, you know, live the best life you can, because you know what, it's short, but it's great fun, and being gay is great fun.
And the life is yours, and the cliche that's always there is it gets better.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye, till the next time.